right, ladies and gents. So first things first, what is area? Area is the amount of space that a two-dimensional, with a width and a height, object covers. So go ahead and write that in, please. And also, in your definition of area, write area is measured by counting how many squares of a particular size it would take to cover a shape. So in our opener, we were finding out the area of a shape by counting the amount of squares that were in that said shape. And in your opener, you had all of the squares provided for you. In some of the shapes that we're going to look at, though, the squares won't be there, so you won't be able to count them out.
We got like a second bullet point?
Yes, please. I know, that's a lot of writing, I'm sorry. Everyone good?
Pretty good today.
Yes, thank you. All right, so in particular, we are going to be looking at rectangles today. So here are the squares that are provided to you. So in this square, how would you guys, or this rectangle, how would you figure out how many are in there without counting all of those squares? Oh, God bless you. How would you figure that out, Rihanna?
Times the width and the height.
Times the width and the height. Very good. So the height is here, up and down, and this is our width across, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for our height. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for our width. So how would we get the area for that? Take what times what?
10 times
10 times 7. 7 times 10, right?
7. Which is 70.
Which would be 70. So there are 70 squares in this rectangle, right? Pretty simple. So looking at what a rectangle is, I got excited. Sorry, guys. So a rectangle is a shape with 4 sides and 4 angles that are all right angles. So You guys know what a rectangle looks like, right? Here we go. Yeah. I mean, I'm good at drawing, you know, professional artist over here. And so if I'm going to draw a rectangle, I have to make sure that it has right angles. So I can draw my right angles into the corners, and I know that it's a rectangle. Everybody okay? Got it? All right. So now we're going to look at how do we find the area of a rectangle. We just said that we take that height times that width. All right? So looking at the rectangle on the left side of the screen, we have a height of 2 and we have a width of 3. How am I going to find that area?
2 times 3.
2 times 3. Awesome job. So I have to write A for area equals my height times my width, right? So area equals 2 times 3. What does my area equal? Nick? What does my area equal? What's 2 times 3? Yeah, awesome.
Rectangle?
Yeah, right there, bud. And you have the area formula on your notes. If you guys want to write under that, the area equals height times width. That's the formula for area. Okay, so I would write that in there. Write this formula right here. All right. So again, we have that area equals height times width. Sometimes I get a little bit ahead of the notes. My bad. All right, so let's go to that practice rectangle, the very first one. We're going to find the area of this rectangle. How are we going to find the area of this rectangle, Joey? Very good. Because what am I taking? Good. So I take 8 times 9. And my area equals, what is 8 times 9? 72. Awesome job, you guys. Okay, so now we're going to add a variable into our mix here. Well, actually, I can leave my x just as an x, Isaiah. So I'm going to put A equals my height times my width. So what am I going to put here, Imagine? What's my height? 8 times by, what's my width, babe?
You said what?
What's my width?
8.
So 8 is my height. What's my width?
I said 8.
Oh, you did?
I said 8.
I'm sorry. I thought you said 8. My bad. So, Isaiah, what does my area equal? If I take 8 times x. 8 what? Because I can't just get rid of that variable, can I?
No, you turn into a
No, yeah, but we're just going to keep it as the variable.
The area is 8, right?
The area is going to be 8x.
X, okay.
Yes. So keep that variable in there. Don't change that variable to a 1. Just leave it as the variable and then multiply it. And you're just going to add those or put those two together. So your area will be 8x. Okay?
Just pause real fast. Isaiah, what you're saying is fine too.
Resume. All right, moving on to number 3. All right, so for this one, A equals, Jemiah, what's our height, babe? That one's 3x. Good. 3x is, our height is up and down, times by our width. What's our width, Haley? 4x. All right. What is 4 times 3? Who can tell me? 12. 12x. But I have 2 x's, right? So I can't just have, I can't just put an x. X squared. Who said that? You said squared? Good job. That's awesome. Nice job, Nick. Yeah. So if I have those 2 variables, I can't just have x, right? So I have to have x squared. All right, more practice. Okay, how are we going to find the area of this first one? A equals 4 times 9. Very good. What's my answer, Isaiah? 36. Nice, nice, nice. All right. Example 5. Devontae, what am I going to put? Six x. Awesome! You guys are doing great. I'm really proud of you. It's easy.
Early.
All right, so now we have 3 numbers and 2 rectangles. So this one might get a little bit tricky. We're going to look at this first rectangle, all right? So that 3 and that 2x. What am I going to multiply first?
3 times 2x.
Good. 3 times 2x equals what? 6x.
We're supposed to write it in the box?
I mean, you can if you want to, or you can write it under.
Can we write A equals
Yeah.
3 times 2x there?
Yeah. That's perfectly fine. And then moving on to our other box. What 2 numbers are we going to multiply here? What's my height that I'm still looking at?
6x times 4.
Not 6x.
3 and 4?
3 and 4. Yep. So I have 3 times 4 equals 12. So when we're looking at these kind of problems, this 3 is going to carry over to this rectangle too. Okay, so this 6x doesn't come into play until I'm done finding the area of both the rectangles. Okay? So at the bottom, I'm going to put A equals my first rectangle, 6x, We're not going to multiply it. We're going to add it. Plus 12.
Isn't that 18?
And then that is actually going to be our answer.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Looks like we're going back to 7.
What?
We learned this in 2nd grade.
We did.
So when you have these two numbers, you guys, unless this number is a negative number, you're always going to add it together. And then this is going to be your full answer for your area. Okay?
Okay.
Why can't you combine those terms together?
Because one has a variable and one doesn't.
So they're not like terms.
Like terms.
Yeah, this is like white terms.
Or the numbers or something.
Okay, now this one, we have 4 different numbers and 4 different rectangles. So my first box, what am I going to do? What am I going to do here, Darius?
2x times 3x, 6x.
6x what, bud?
6x.
I have 2 x's.
Oh, to the 2nd power.
Yes, very good.
I said 2nd power, didn't I?
That's right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the same thing. Good job. All right, now let's go to that bottom rectangle, the rectangle below it. My height is what? 5 times 3x. Good, Jemiah. Equals 15x. Awesome, awesome.
We're about to 7 though.
Let's go up to this rectangle now. So my height for this rectangle right here is what?
2x
Times 7.
2x times 7. Yay! Hi, bud.
Hi.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
My 2x times 7, what does that equal? Kelsey, what does that equal, babe? 2x times 7. 14 what? X. Good job. And then that last rectangle, what is my height? 5. What's my width? 7. And what does that equal? 35. Very good. Okay, so now to write my area, I'm going to put that A equals. Let's look at all of the numbers that I have for my answers. So I have 6x squared plus 15x plus 14x, oops, plus 35. Do you guys see any like terms that I could combine here?
15 and 14.
Yeah, very good. So I can combine those two like terms to get A equals, sorry, I'm trying to write above that thing. So A equals 6x squared plus, what's 15 plus 14? 29. 29x plus 35. Sorry, you can't see it behind that hand, but awesome! Yay!
That's my answer.
Mm-hmm. And then box that. Make sure when you guys are finding that area, you guys put A equals, okay? So, is this kind of easy?
Yeah.
It's been easy, so.
Good. Good. I'm happy. I'm happy that this is easy because it gets a little bit more tricky, but today is going to be nice and smooth sailing for you, okay?
Hey,
Some-
quick question. Why would you put the x squared first, followed by the x, followed by just the number without the variable?
Isn't it because it's and it's bigger than the rest?
So you always wanna start with your variable with the highest exponent and put them in order from greatest to least. So if you had like 6x to the fifth, 6x to the third, 6x to the second, you would make sure you do 5, 3, 2, however I just said.
Awesome. Good job, you guys.